Well, the kicks on court get better and better as the playoffs unravel, so we have more than a few highlights to discuss this time around. The Miro 7 makes an appearance for the second time this year, Kobe returns, and J.R. Smith knows both. We also begin the road to crowning our 2013 Kicks on Court champion by hearing Derrick Williams discuss why he should win the title. I'm your host, George Kill, and Kicks on Court Weekly Recap is next.
This is Derrick Williams, and you're tuning in to Kicks on Court.
Last week, we discussed J.R. Smith bringing the superhero LeBron 10 Elite and the EYBL KD 5 Elite to the court in the first two playoff games. Now, those two sneakers shocked us all, but his most surprising sneaker was worn in Game 5 on Wednesday. He laced up the Auburn colorway of Bo Jackson's Nike Air Trainer SC. Now, JR switched to one of his favorites, the Hyperdunk 2012 Low, at halftime, but we'll give him a great amount of points in the element of surprise category for wearing Bo Jackson's on court. Nate Robinson surprisingly wore one of the rarest Air Jordans in Game 4 of the Brooklyn vs. Chicago series. He laced up the Miro Air Jordan 7, a shoe he first brought out against the Rockets on Thanksgiving Eve this season. Now, thanks to reporter Rachel Nichols, we found out midway through the first quarter that Nate Robinson left the game to switch shoes, and he came out in the second quarter wearing his trusty old playoff 13s. Now, Bo Jackson's and Miro 7s would be headlining Kicks on Court during any other week, but Chicago Bulls wingman Jimmy Butler might have worn the biggest surprise of the playoffs, let alone the season. He laced up the Adidas The Kobe just last night in Game 6. Now, the 2000 release Kobe was Bryant's first signature shoe and is considered one of the most uniquely designed shoes ever. Now, pay attention to Butler. In this series alone, he has rocked the Crazy 8, the Top 10 2000, the T-Mac 1, the Crazy Quick, and of course, the Kobe 1. As mentioned earlier, today we begin the road to crowning our 2013 Kicks on Court champion. Over the course of the next few weeks, you'll either hear from our champion nominees or get the full rundown of what was worn by a nominee this season. Maybe both sometimes. Following our Derrick Williams season recap, the Timberwolves forward speaks on why he should win the title. Did you know he wore Flight 1s from '95 this season?
First of all, I didn't wear a release that came out, I don't think this year. I wore shoes that nobody else wore. I had a chance to wear the white foams or a few other kicks, but I didn't wear them. So I think I just brought out a lot of originality in it. It's tough to match with our colors. It's all blue. It's, we had a little black and white, but I tried to make sure most of my shoes went with the color scheme. It's a little tougher, especially when the Bulls or have a little red in it. So, I just felt like I brought out the most originality and that nobody else wore. And that's the reason why I feel like I should have won it.
Now let's take a look at what you guys are wearing. We spotted P32 in the Zoom BB2. Mr. Kicks wore the superhero Kobe 8 Elite. Drew Whitcomb was spotted in the Carbon Fiber 28. And shout out to Tata Tot in the Nightmare D-Rose 3. Check back next Friday for another champion nominee spotlight and to find out what shoes players bring out in the second round of the playoffs. Until then, your host, George Kill.